The following content isn't intended for viewers under the age of 13.
T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Welcome to another Chill Review. This one's a chill comparison review between Marvel Legends Abomination Build-A-Figure Wave Rage against 3 3/4 inch Marvel Legends Rage. Here's the packaging for this guy. Here's a close-up on his bio. And here's the packaging for this version. Close up on his bio. And look at that. There's an ab breakup right there showing he has extra articulation. I can already see that's not the case here. Alright, here they are out of packaging. And even though this is a comparison review, it's not trying to say who's better. We will already know. It will be blatantly obvious when I start getting into them. But here's Elvin Durrell Halliday. While trying to hide from some bullies in Brooklyn, New York, where he grew up, he was genetically altered accidentally by toxic chemicals, and he went from being a 13-year-old to having the body of a grown man. And he's super strong, and the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, sort of like the Hulk, but he's not to Hulk levels. He is pretty much impervious to certain damage, but if he does get damaged, he doesn't have a healing factor to repair his body like the Hulk would. But anywho, it's kind of crazy. It's like he has the Shazam effect, but it's permanent. But let's get into details on the smaller one first. When I first saw this guy, I thought he was some kind of brown-skinned luchador. But this jacket is covered in detail. The body looks decent, but wow, Hasbro killed. This is why this line doesn't exist anymore. These things were small, but they were still very posable. I was finding them at discount stores for $5 a pop, so I started buying some. I bought them for my kids, but I told them they were for me so they wouldn't damage them and be reckless. So I still have those. But why do I say they killed this line? They took all that articulation off. Like some of them used to have thigh rotation. This does not. It's just on a ball joint, and they go that far. Come up that forward, go back that far, but there's only a little bit of wiggle on that ball joint right there as far as thigh rotation. And there is no waist at all. This belt is free floating. That blew my mind to see that there's no waist rotation. Like, I already see there's no ab crunch, but no waist rotation too. Woo. The head is on a single ball, so you can barely get anything out of that besides a little bit of rotation and a little bit of down without popping his head off. Look at that ball joint. It's not even securing his head on. Cool thing down here, he has double hinged knees, no boot swivel. But he has ankles that go back like this, come forward a bit, and it does have ankle pivot. But the arms, they're on a hinge swivel, so they can go up and rotate. The elbows are on a hinge swivel, so they can do that. No wrist rotation at all. This freaking blew my mind. And compared to the older figures, it feels like it's using like all hollow or mostly hollow plastic. Like, I'm betting these legs are, as small as they are, hollow on the inside. I got this free from my friend Matt, the bot supplier. He just randomly donated it to my channel. And yeah, I can't see if that wasn't the case. Actually, he probably don't care. I might have to dissect this guy to see what's going on in there. But why am I complaining? Look at this dude. This dude was released during Marvel Universe. I don't think he was a part of the rebranding into Marvel Legends. But when they made these little guys Marvel Legends instead of Marvel Universe, they started getting cheap with certain figures every here or there. But this guy has a diaphragm joint. He has wrist rotation. He still has, because of the sculpt, some of the articulation is limited, like the hips, but it still has it. And it still has like 2 points at the knee, even though it's a hinge swivel. But the only thing is lacking is ankle pivot. So it still has this over him and this over him. So that's what sucks about this guy. Ugh. Now to the bigger rage. Let me get this out of the way so I don't have to talk about it later. Every single figure that I've seen, and I heard that it's a common problem, his nose is way more light skinned than the rest of his body. But depending on your lighting, it might not make a difference really. In fact, while I'm sitting here looking at it, it's not bugging me. But if you are somebody who is a perfectionist and anal, it will bother you because it is a thing. While we're still in, he not only matured pretty much all over, he even started growing hair on his chest. And for the people that care, he does not have molded on or painted nipples. His jacket is more pliable than the rest of his body, but it's not super pliable. It is very much rigid and very much gets in the way of articulation depending on what you want. The belt is a separate floating piece. This is cut right there to move separate from the rest of the belt, but it is all connected, and this is way more pliable, so you can lift it up or bring it down. Let's bring in the face again and compare them. Of course, the bigger Legend looks better and has more paint and more detail. And it's like a softer material. I think they're trying to get to the Mezco level because Mezco use softer material head so they can be easier to pop on and off. But you can look up that much, look down, pivot, and of course rotate. Shoulders go out too. Here, this one appears to be stuck on me. When that happens with your figures, always bend at the joint. Never try to bend like right here if your joint is stuck right there. Swivel. Double hinged elbows right there that come in great. Wrist hinge in and out like that. And of course swivel because they're on a peg. You saw the ab crunch, but let's do that again. It probably would bend more if he wasn't wearing this vest, and you can take that off. Just be mindful that he's not anatomically correct with the nipples. He has a waist swivel. Legs go out to the side a great deal. Kick forward. Kick back a tiny bit. Swivel there. Double hinge knees. Boot swivel. Feet go up a lot. Can kick back a lot. And ankle pivot. And I like the way these are designed. This is the typical body for like people like Venom and other big people, but they definitely gave him new boot details. And here is the bottom of said boot detail with peg holes. And here he is, and look at that. Hasbro's using all colors of the spectrum when it comes to black people. But there you are, he's pretty tall. Because Heimdall and Luke Cage are very tall. Here's next to my current favorite Spider-Man until that classic one comes out. No, I'm not spending extra money to get him quicker. So, in my opinion, the full-on Marvel Legends version of Rage looks awesome. His arms are a bit hindered because they're so huge and he has on this tight vest. So you're not going to be able to get the arms in front of him. And he's permanently having that angry face, so every pose you're going to have to give him is going to have to involve that angry face, which is good for action poses, but just neutral poses, yeah. And he only comes with the fist, so there aren't too many options as far as him. It's just him as an action figure, which is always a little bit boring to me, but he's still a good action figure. This one, $4. If you find this thing at, like, bruh, compared to a normal Marvel Legends of this size or Marvel Universe figures, this is almost, it feels like a Dollar Tree Marvel Legends. only thing it has over something you would find in there is it actually has multiple points of articulation, but just the overall feel of it, and the fact that they took away articulation just makes it feels like a cheap knockoff. But anywho, happy Father's Day, everybody. He's supposed to be 13. I know he got to 14 from what I've researched. Let me know if he actually became a real adult finally, because yeah, I don't even want to go into all the details on that. He's freaking a grown man, basically, technically. So I'm pretty sure he's taking advantage of that, but hopefully not to the point where he would actually have an offspring. But anywho, thank y'all for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.